team. We always go left to right.
Stand on here, unless you're getting it out.
Yeah, I'm getting mine out now, mate.
Cool.
And I can stand on the speakers because you can see more.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right, shall we head into game chat then, Ryan?
Yeah, we'll head into game chat. Good luck, boys.
Cheers, pal.
You wetter.
Sure you.
Where are you? Oh, I can just see a massive jumping party bus coming.
How do you turn on lights on this thing?
What's that?
On this party bus? How do you turn the lights on? Some people have all the
I
lights.
don't know.
Mine just doesn't have anything.
Unless it's... Is it an extra? I don't know. Yeah, because Pritch has lights on it, doesn't he? Unless it's just... Is it just normal lights? Click
I think so.
right on the D-pad. What's that?
No, it's not.
Ah.
Like... Yeah. God knows. Oh well, never mind. Is that down in the middle?
Sort of. What's their first time actually hearing it in person?
Yeah, it's my first time listening to it in person. I usually listen to it on a screen. I'm usually flying, aren't I?
Yeah.
I think this is the first time
Yeah, because yeah.
that I'm going to be watching it when I'm not really flying, so I'm really looking forward to this.
Put the comms voice on.
Get the comms voice on, boys. Match you. Training's been really good tonight.
Yeah, I think it's been really, really good. I think if we split it and then bring it all together, I think that's where the benefits are going to be seen. So,
yeah,
particularly at this stage of our display routine now.
obviously
Right,
there's some manoeuvres in the rebound section where they need Blake and the Norton.
Yeah.
Blake and Jack break it off.
There we go. So as all 8 jets are now out in the distance, they're now just going to get ready at Crowd Centre to start the display. We're going to be starting our display with a well recognised name for our first opening manoeuvre of Bastille, the well-known event on the French calendar. So they'll be coming in at Crowd Centre very, very shortly. So the smoke's about to come on. Here they go for the Bastille. So hitting a height of about 6,500 feet. They're now going to twist that formation to our left-hand side. The jet at the bottom of the formation is Athos 1. We call each pilots by the call sign of Athos, and then assign them a name. And the number to Athos 1 for this year is Steve. Steve has 2 years of flight experience under his belt and has led the team since June of last year. In from the left, we've changed the formation with 7 and 8 tucking in behind, recreating the Anglo-French commercial aircraft of Concorde. So as Concorde exits out to the right hand side, it was famous for having the super cruise ability, which meant that it was able to go supersonic and had that special ability of going supersonic without the need of afterburner. We're now going to change this formation now from Concorde, and you can see the transition of the jets aiming to be within 6 feet apart. As they come in from the left hand side once again, we're going to flip the smoke colour on with some blue, white and red as we paint the skies with Apollo. So the white smoke jet trailing behind the leader is Athos 2. Athos 2 for this year is George. He's also the team leader of the BBMF for the Battle of Britain Memorial Flights, recreating what we see at air shows with the classic Warbird material coming out of RAF Coningsby. So we're now going to change that formation once again. This is one of the longest formations from front to rear. You don't see this anywhere else. In from the right hand side, we're going to flick the smoke on and pull up and roll the entire formation. So all 8 jets are now going to pull up and roll in the dot roll. So that's a really difficult manoeuvre to get right there, with the 4 jets in the middle, aiming to be as straight as possible, and then the 4 outer jets with the colour rolling round, anticipating the change in altitude. So now we're going to change the formation out once again, with the red arrows. You would see 9 jets performing this particular manoeuvre, but like the Papier de France, we only have 8 jets. So now we're going to see a slightly different variant of this next manoeuvre. So in from the left hand side with some colour, Athos 1 now banking it to our right hand side as we present diamonds. Notice there, Athos 2 with the white smoke is at the very rear of that formation. He's now going to use the power in the jet, and he's now going to go all the way through to the middle of the formation. And now it's time to represent the 4th generation fighter on behalf of the French Air Force. It's seen operational duty as recent as Mali in Operation Au Matin, produced by the company of Dassault. This is the Rafale roll. So yet again, another entire formation roll, hitting a height of about 4,500 feet and rotating the entire formation at the top in a corkscrew like fashion. So once they complete that, Athos 3 for this year is Ryan. Ryan's also on the ground with us. And that makes way for Blake. It is now, yeah. So it's Niels and then Rich. So Niels is one of our newer pilots, joining the team about a week ago, and he's undergoing intense training with the rest of the team. Now in from the left, get ready as we fly the rollbacks. So the two inner jets roll on the outskirts of the entire formation, and we're now going to do that once again. So all the jets are in the right positions. Notice how Athos 2 was upside down or inverted, with Athos 3 and 4 on the knife edge. So as they exit out to the right hand side, yeah, nicely done. Now we've changed that formation. This is one of the longest formations of our routine, from front to rear. Now as they rearrange out in the distance, you can see the back four jets, starting with Athos 5, which is Blake. He's joined by Athos 6, which is Jack. And they're accompanied by 7 and 8, which is Callum and Patrick. Callum and Patrick are 7 and 8, which is our synchro pair, and we'll talk more about them in the second half. In our crowd centre then, get ready in the Starship Loop. So the back three jets painting the skies with some colour. Athos 1 leading the formation in a nice slow loop, holding the formation as well as they can. Now this is the tricky part. The back three jets, you can see there, they're all putting their power on to make sure they close in on the formation. Now watch as they swing the formation to our left hand side. Each jet now aiming to be within 6 feet apart as we fly the Starship Bend. So as we bank our formations from left to right, we try to make sure that our inputs on the joystick are as little as possible. This makes us look a little bit more smoother on our transitions across the crowd line, and that's going to be replicated once again in our next one, spreading the formation. Once they level out, we're now going to flick the smoke off and complete synchronized rolls, celebrating the Patrie de France aircraft which they fly. Get ready, it's time for the Alpha rolls. So once they do that, they'll now flick the smoke back on and head up into a second loop. However, at the top, Athos 1 is now going to rotate the entire team once again and head out 45 degrees out to sea. So there he goes, rolling the formation. So far you've seen all 8 jets in nice tight formations, painting the skies with different patterns. Now it's time to change the pace of our display. And we're going to do that by splitting the team into 2 sections of 4. The front section of Athos 1, 2, 3 and 4 are what we call Rebone. And they will then be joined by Athos 5, 6, 7 and 8. Which is made up of the synchro pair, making up synchro of our rear section of the display. Now, to start the second half of our display, get those cameras ready. Reba are now about to pull straight up into the vertical. However, keep those eyes on the bottom 4 jets. It's time for the Atlas brake. So, Althos 1, 2, 3 and 4 pull straight up in the vertical. 5 and 6 head to one side. 7 and 8 head to the other. Now get those cameras out to the left and right. Synchro now just timing it between themselves, making sure that they try and hit crowd centre as well as they can. They're now going to be chased by 2 of the jets either side. Get ready, this is Ligne de Révolution. So as they head out into the distance, out to sea. Now get those cameras ready. To the left-hand side. Brought in that one. Yeah. Yeah. We try. I think they're just sorting on that.
You boys do an excellent job. It's really good to be able to watch it instead of flying it.
Yeah. Different perspective.
It's a totally different perspective. And listening to your commentary live is much better than being up in the air and listening to it on YouTube after you've done your display. So
yeah,
I must say that Niels has fit in really well.
Really well.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
He just seems to have picked up.
Go on.
He just seems to have picked up his routine so well. It's just yeah. And I think it's only his second. Yeah.
He's done some unreal recruitment. Look at the boys. Look at them.
Just showing off. Just showing off. You can't be having this.
Doing a bit of a wing wave. Nah, to be honest, Steve's done some fantastic recruiting there to get that Niels in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's his second session, is it?
Yeah, second.
And it's
third session now.
Now we're going through the full routine.
Yeah, there's no reason. Honestly, this one, if you put the time in now, they'll achieve massive things.
Yeah.
I mean, they will achieve some big things if they put the time in now.
So what's different about, I mean, no, it's going to be obvious, but what's different for you being down here rather than being up there? What's different for you?
First, when you're up in, well, what are they doing? Oh, they're fucking about to, aren't they?
Yeah.
Firstly, when you're up there in the air and you're in the display yourself, someone's in water.
George.
No, blue smoke. Jack. when you're up there doing the display, you don't see how good the display actually is.
Yeah.
You're in it and you're doing what you're trained to do. When you're down here and watching it, it's only when you start to appreciate how good the display actually is.
Yeah. And how much effort. Like from our perspective, we see you train, but then we see it displayed at shows, and then you actually do understand how different suggestions either made from you lot or us, and then you see that pan out at a show. Yeah, it's just it's so rewarding.
It is. It's like I said to them lot down there. I said I feel it's like a proud father mum.
Yeah.
You know, it just really is. From this perspective, stood on this music bloody bus, disco bus, watching the display, it kind of makes you smile.
Yeah. Given how much effort's been put in and...
Yeah. Obviously the team doing this now being absolute...
knobheads.
Just being absolute numpties. Look at them all. Honestly, God, they all need locking up. On it, all of them. They all need locking up. But no, it's good. Now they need to like get their ass back in gear and get back up because the weather's clearing.
Yeah. What are they doing?
Hey, you silly sausage, the weather's clearing now, come on. I'm enjoying my commentary, it's been disturbed. Silly sausage. Mate, it looks really good. From this perspective, honestly, you guys don't know. I'll speak to you anyway after.
Yeah.
I'll show my boy, alright mate?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, see you in a bit, bud.
Catch you later.
It's your feedback. It's understandable why.
Mate, what was that?
Just saying, it kind of shows why we've had a lot of positive feedback.
Yeah.
Well, for the past couple of displays we've done.
Yeah.
Because this display is next level, mate. Good to get back and finish the rest of the commentary.
Yeah.
Right, I'm enjoying this commentary.
What are they going to do next? Are we going from Alpha? Not Alpha, Atlas. It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we're going to start again from Atlas.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it is. It's Atlas. It's Patrick and
Yeah.
is it Blake? They follow back again.
So the synchros split left and right. Two jets either side. They're now going to be communicating to each other, making sure that they attempt to meet at crowd centre. So they're just picking out their turning points now. And what they'll do is call so they can acknowledge each other either side. Get ready. This is Línea de Revolución. So as they pull out on angles out to sea, pulling up on a 45-degree angle. Now look at crowd centre. In a snake-like formation, so each jet is about 2 jets away from the next one, heading into the second barrel roll in La Cascade. nicely done as they exit out to the right hand side. Get those cameras straight out to sea for our synchro section of the display. Athos 5 and 6 are now going to roll outwards in the synchro brake. What is it when you watch? Yeah, so many times.
15 times.
Yeah.
My God. They come here because they're being watched and fly straight into each other. What a bunch of turnips. Honestly. They're getting rinsed after this.
Well, head of HR is going to have a word here, mate.
Yeah, you know what, I'm HR, I would synchro coach. We're getting sacked. Oh well, never mind.
Right then. So out to the right hand side over the pier. Now get ready for Les Cylindres. Athos 2 completing aileron rolls, keeping his rolls as straight as possible. That makes it easier for Athos 3 and 4 rolling around the outskirts of his smoke. As they exit out to the left hand side. You know when things have just sort of been distorted now. Come on, you bunch of numpties. Right then, in from the left. The team rolling in implosion. So the two outer jets completing 2 barrel rolls around the outskirts of the smoke of Athos 1. Athos 2 then rotates around his own circumference, pulling straight up and a sharp downwards. Don't really know where they're going from now, though.
Crowd centre on this butterfly, innit?
But that's then thingy, innit? That's Rebo.
Rebo, yes, it'd be Steve, Richard, George.
Ah, there we go. Oh. It's the chances of that happening. They've been nailing it up there. What the hell? Well, I think they're regrouping by the look of it.
I wonder it.
Strange because that has never happened before.
No, but it genuinely looked like them when they crossed that they passed each other before they
Yeah.
exploded. It looks like it was a lagging issue because Jack's still flying. There was one hell of a bang. I'm surprised not. Are they not messaging you?
No. Cow's left.
Where'd Cal? Are they having a bit of a lagging problem here?
I think we are, aren't we?
Should we join them back?
Yeah, yeah. Here we go.
No worries, pal. We'll be on tomorrow again, Niels, if you're up for it. Yeah. Yeah? Okay, cool. Catch you later, dude.
Bye, mate.
Okay.
Oh, bloody hell.
Let's not talk about it.
I'm on sure. James, have you stopped your stream, pal?